Hi, Taurus. Happy December. Hope you guys are doing well. December is an interesting month astrologically. We have a lot of changes coming up and things happening in the sky. One of those events is called, they're calling the Great Conjunction. This is a big event astrologically that's happening on December 21st, and it packs the start of a punch. We are transitioning from a 200 year cycle where we have been in Earth energy. We are coming out of Taurus energy actually and heading into Aquarian energy. And boy, what a difference. Big difference from going, from that grounded earth, tangible material energy up into the intellectual energy, up into the higher perspectives, right? And so, yeah, I mean, it could be a little bit challenging for Taurus to go through that energy. Taurus likes to, to be able to plan and feel grounded and feel stable and secure, and constantly works on, building that for themselves. And so this is a little bit out there for you guys, but I think that it'll be good for everybody in general. But I am not an astrologist. I do follow it though. I feel like it's really important. I feel like this is a big transition that we're going into. So in the description under the video, I am including a link to a video from my favorite, one of my favorite astrologists. She's absolutely unbelievable, and she's going to talk about the Great Conjunction and what it means. And it's a very informative interview. I hope that you guys will take the time to check that video out. So let's take a look and see what we got for your key card for the month. Eight of Cups. Okay, here's what it looks like. Let's take a look, Taurus. I am longing for something that I cannot understand. I know this internal discomfort is a call that is asking me to develop a deeper understanding of my emotions and unmet needs. I shift my thinking and behaviors in order to fulfill those desires and live a richer life. I will find fulfillment on my path to wholeness by looking deeply at these issues. Wow. That's a packed key card for Taurus in the month of December. So you guys are feeling something, because cup cards are all about feelings and emotions, and there is something that in your life that is no longer emotionally fulfilling for you. And so you guys are focusing on trying to figure out what that is, where that lack is coming from, that lack of emotional fulfillment. The Eight of Cups, I sometimes call a bittersweet card because it's a transitional card. It's a card where you're making the decision to walk away from things that are no longer emotionally serving you, and looking towards, and not necessarily always knowing where you're going, or how you're going to achieve that emotional fulfillment, but leaving behind what you know is not providing it. So that's interesting key card to pull for you in the month of December, Taurus. Definitely a card needed for when it comes to reflection, taking a look at your life and deciding, what feels right, and then just like what isn't emotionally serving you anymore, like what just doesn't have a place anymore. And it's actually a great key card to pull for the end of the year, starting a new year, because it allows you to evaluate the things that you've put time and effort into, but they're just not cutting it for you anymore. And it's a very good card that acknowledges that inner kind of feeling, that nagging feeling that you've been having, that just says, you know what, this isn't it for me anymore. I've put in my time, I've put in the work, and maybe at some point in my life or another, it fulfilled certain things for me, but it's no longer doing that. So it's time to progress and leave it behind and start something fresh and new. All right, let's take a look at your cards. The Six of Cups. Wow, some cups cards going on. The Six of Cups can be like nostalgia from the past, you know? And interesting enough with the Six of Cards, it can be a time when we are almost fantasizing or reflecting on things from the past. And you could very well be doing that this month, Taurus, because you could be trying to figure out, well, okay, with whatever situation is going on in my life right now where it's making me feel like I'm not emotionally fulfilled or I'm not connected to it anymore, you might be revisiting things from the past that did make you feel good, right? That made you feel emotionally complete and whole, that provided you with good memories, and taking a look at those things and acknowledging, you know what? Those are the things that make me happy. I was happy during that time in my life, or I felt fulfilled during that time in my life. So, what about that situation can I incorporate in my life now to bring those feelings back? This is interesting. Okay. Knight of Swords. This is all about, like, you know, really some kind of clarification coming in at a very quick speed with the Knight of Swords. Some type of information or clarification coming in the month of December. Interesting. Eight of Swords, yep. This is the feeling of being trapped, and a lot of it is like mental, you know, because it's a swords card, it represents like mental activity. But there's something about a situation that you guys are in right now where you're just feeling kind of trapped. You know, something is just not serving you, Taurus. It's not serving you anymore. It's making you feel restricted. It's making you feel like it lacks that emotional contentment that you're looking for. And it's making you feel kind of like trapped and contained in a situation that, you know, is just it's not serving you. Let's take a look under that. The Four of Rods. Yeah. So the Four of Rods can indicate, you know, some people call it like a wedding card, right? It's about celebrations in regards to setting down roots. Okay. So sometimes it could even indicate like a new home or you know, like I said, a marriage or the celebration of something that's in regards to setting down roots, you know, family events and celebrations. But it's interesting that it's coming in right underneath the Eight of Swords. I'm sorry for the pause. I feel like there's something that you guys are reconsidering. There's something that you guys are reconsidering. It's almost like this plan that you've had laid out, or this perspective that you've had of you know what it means to set down roots, or what it has been that you're moving towards, that you've been trying to establish, because Taurus generally has a plan. Is it the right plan for you? Let's take a look at your other cards. We'll come back to that. It's just something that came to me. Another Swords card. Page of Swords. Some type of message coming in. Again, some type of message or clarification coming in. Something's prompting you guys to reconsider. Ten of Rods. Burden, heaviness, responsibilities. You guys are feeling really weighed down. The good thing about the tens, Taurus, is that they represent the end of this cycle. Yeah, Taurus, something's no longer cutting it for you guys. And I think something is going to prompt you in the month of December, some kind of information that's coming in, and it's coming in quickly, or something, some kind of message, some kind of logical message that comes in and says, you know what, this situation just isn't for me. I feel burdened by this. It feels overwhelming. I feel trapped. I'm fantasizing about things in the past, when at happier times, when I felt better or more complete, more emotionally fulfilled. You guys are leaving something behind. You guys are letting go of something that just doesn't emotionally cut it for you. Something that's been making you feel like it's a burden, like it's too much responsibility, something that makes you feel trapped. Maybe the intentions for it were good in the first place, but it doesn't feel good now. I want to get a clarification on this Four of Rods, because something about this Four of Rods is very permanent feeling. This is kind of it is about setting down roots. It is very solid. It is about building a foundation. So I guess I'm wondering, are you guys building a new foundation, or are you unsatisfied with the foundation that you've started? Whatever the case is, you guys are moving on from something better, because whatever the current situation is, it's not yeah. Yeah. I pulled the Last Judgment card for the clarifier for the Four of Rods. There is some type of a spiritual renewal or awakening happening with you guys this month. The Last Judgment can also represent karma coming back around. And it has to do with this celebration or building this foundation. It's some type of rejuvenation or enlightenment. You guys are being set free. You guys are being set free this month. And it's going to allow you to be able to reestablish and replan with a focus more on what it is that is fulfilling for you. What it is that doesn't feel like a burden. What it is that doesn't make you feel trapped. You guys are just going to go in a new direction. And, you know, that's a big shift for Taurus to take on, right? That's a big shift. Wow. Shakeups in the month of December. What's going on, Taurus? You guys typically are pretty solid, you know. I don't know that you guys are huge fans of having, you know, all kinds of different big things happening, but this is turning out to be somewhat of a big month for you, but it's in a good way. It's in a good way, because whatever the situation is, Taurus, that's making you feel an emotional lack, or feel trapped, or feel burdened, you are deciding to release it. And it's going to create rejuvenation for you so that you can move forward. And there's no better time for it. There really isn't. All right, let me see what I pulled for your guide from Spirit. I almost feel, to be honest with you, Taurus, I'm feeling tired. I don't know, I just have this weighed down energy. It feels like too much. Like I'm feeling this from you guys. The burden and the restriction and the responsibility, and it's just like not even fulfilling. It feels more like an obligation. No. Life is too short, Taurus. We have too much to do. We have too much to accomplish to be weighed down by things that no longer serve a purpose in our lives. Dearest you, do you ever wonder whether your ideas and inspiration might be coming through your soul rather than generated from your mind alone? We are here to tell you We are always whispering in your ear about the highest good. We are conduits for spirit, letting you know you are a living channel for this awesome co-creative energy. When you're feeling inspired, it means you hear us. Inspiration means spirit is breathing through you. Inspiration needs your human passion to keep it going so you can make a difference in the world. So keep moving on what inspires you. Let yourself be led into new experiences and know that this is why you are on the earth. Your purpose is to discover your spirited nature and to bring forth through your efforts whatever is meant to be. Wondrous miracles have a way of showing up when you let inspiration propel you forward. You are so, so loved. Wow, Taurus. Maybe you guys feel like you're not being heard or valued. You know, just because a lot of people have this idea of, you know, like what you should be doing in your life or what stage you should be at and you know, this should be this way and that should be that way. That doesn't necessarily mean that that is your thing. That doesn't necessarily mean that that is what inspires you and that's what propels you to be the best version of yourself. I think you guys are coming to some very important conclusions this month about your life and what direction is not working for you. And you guys are ready to start following a path that's more inspirational for you, more mentally and emotionally beneficial for you, more something that's in your right element. You guys might be in a period of readjustment here. And that's okay. That's more than okay. That's what's right for you. All right, Taurus. I wish you the best. I love you guys so much. Mwah. See you next time.